So we're TST meeting for Cord on Tuesday, October 10th in the US, but 7 o'clock in the morning of the 11th in China. We're going to try to do the every other week, 10 a.m., 4 p.m., although we can adjust that Pacific time so that we can do a better job of accommodating folks in Asia. So, Mateo, are you by any chance in Menlo Park?
Yes, I'm
Anyone
in
else there?
Menlo, Gopi, and Jono.
I'm sorry, you and Jono and Gopi?
Yeah,
Okay, great.
and Suchitra.
Okay, great, thanks. So we don't have a lot of business. As usual, I'd like to start by having everyone take a second and acknowledge anyone that's been especially helpful this past week, and just remind everyone to go to the community acknowledgments page and make note of that. Anyone have anything to comment on? David, before we get to 99 Cloud, do you have any Cord build related things to tell folks about?
Are you able to hear me okay?
Yep.
No new updates, just I guess I can send reminders. Registration is creeping up. We'd expected that there'd be a lot of registrations coming in later, so we're nearing 200. I would say if you haven't registered, please do register soon, because we will have to cap it at some point. And then two, we are still looking for people to take part in the fair. I won't even call them demos, because demos implies that it needs to be some sort of polished thing that you're showing off. It's more, maybe the better term is show and tell. You know, we do want a lot of interactivity and kind of one-on-one engagement around the event, and the fairs are a great opportunity to do that. So if there is something that you want to show and get feedback for, or get people to help you with, or just kind of get it out into the community, the fairs are a great way to do that. If you're interested in taking part in the fair, it's going to be for 2 days during an extended lunch, so it's not a huge commitment. Either reach out to me with details if you do want to take part, or there's a sign-up form on the Cord Build website for that. So other than that, I think everything else with Cord Build is just things I've shared in the past.
Great, thank you. Well, actually, you've made some adjustments to the schedule. It might be good just to let everyone know about the general shift in.
Well, that's true. That's true. That's true. There has been maybe not major changes to the schedule, but significant ones. So there, with some feedback I've had from people last week, and based on the analysis of who's signing up for the event that we've done just recently, the majority of people are technical or developers, but there are a good percentage of people who are more executives or managers or business decision makers. So what we've done is we've added more content, some more non-technical content to day one, more of all the details aren't in the schedule yet, but if you go there, you can see there's some placeholders for what we're calling an industry adoption or a business track. So the day one will shift a little bit, and if you are at an organization and you have people who aren't technical who are wondering if the event was for them or not, I would say day one is definitely going to be for a broader audience. Day two and day three is going to be, as expected, developer content, but day one is going to appeal to both developers and non-developers. So if either you yourself are interested in the non-developer content, or people at your organization, such as a manager or an executive, might be interested in attending just the first day, could you share that information on your end, please? And I think, Larry, that's probably the biggest schedule change.
Yep, that's the one I was thinking about. Okay, thank you. So I think someone else has some other business. I think we really only have one main topic today, which is first, by acclamation, welcoming 99 Cloud as a collaborator. We have never quite had the quorum to make it official, but I believe we do now, and I let me just go around the room as to who is here, and because I've got some proxies as well. Mark, Andy, and Mateo. This is all well?
Yeah, thumbs up from my side.
Also from mine.
Yeah, it sounds really good to me.
Great, great. So I know Kai, and you could introduce yourself and your colleagues, but I know you've spent some time talking to Gopi, and we can talk about the plan. But I just wanted to give you a chance to introduce yourselves and talk about your interest in Cord and how you are hoping to contribute and participate, and maybe we can get a little bit of feedback to you as well.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Larry. This is Kai, and sorry, I'm in a railway station because I'm on the train. I have to catch a train in after half an hour, so it's an open area. Might be some noise. Hope you can hear me well. Okay, so let me, Larry, can you allow me to share my desktop?
Yeah, let me do that. Just a second.
Actually, today I'm on behalf of our CTO, Yongshen, because he's in another trip, so he cannot join this meeting. Hold on.
You should be able to share now.
Am I sharing?
I think you need to take a step to turn. I've given you permission to share.
Okay. How about now?
Yep, got it.
Okay, cool. So this is I'm not sure. You hold on. I'm not sure you get this document or not. This is a brief introduction for our company and our expectation to join Cord community. And the contact name in this document, Yongshen Gong is our CTO. He is also the leader, the PTO from OpenStack project called Tucker. Tucker is a manual project to do the registration for NFV. So our company, sorry, just a brief introduction for myself. I'm Kai. I am from Nanai Cloud. I'm the VP for Nanai Cloud. More focus on business and the marketing side. Before I joined Nanai Cloud, I worked for Intel for 7 years, and our company Nanai Cloud is actually is focused more on OpenStack. We are the top 5 contributors, in the blueprint for OpenStack, and our focus area actually Yongshen was the core for Neutron, the module from OpenStack. Actually, he's one of the founder for the quantum project, the EX name for Neutron. And then he shifted to Tucker, the Mana project, take the role as a PTO. We also have some experience in. Yesterday we talked with sorry.
Gopinath.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, about the containerized part of what we have done in OpenStack. So this project called Cola, and we do some actual Ansible work and Docker work, Ansible plus Docker to 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 enable the microservice module in OpenStack. And we also have some core work actually with Intel. There are incubated project called the Balance in OpenStack. Is to allow OpenStack to call the OCP, actually OCP standard, one of the OCP maybe standard from Intel called RSA. This is like a rack level solution. So we have some connection with them and enable OpenStack to run it over there. So those are three focus area currently we have done in OpenStack. And from the practice level, actually last year, we work with China Mobile. Actually, at that time, there was still a project called OpenO. So they want to use OpenO as the front end for NFV and use OpenStack Taka as the back end for the mono part for NFV, and there are underlayer infrastructure based on OpenStack as the NFVI. So we delivered that project for China Mobile, and then China Mobile, the OpenO was merged to ONOS, right? So we we go to ONOS to see if we can do more in this area. And this year we have more collaborations with China telecom companies like China Mobile, China Telecom, one of the big three telecom company in China. We have some collaboration in deliver the cross SDN platform to support their business, and we also have some connection with China Unicom. We just win a deal from them. It is about to enable the cloud base for their next gen telecom technology. And there are another project that actually is they want to enable M-Card in 3 provinces in China. So we will join that project. And so this is some background about our company from our contributing in OpenStack and our practice in code-related area. Yeah. I'm not sure any questions from you.
Yeah, so I've got a couple, but let me open the floor to see if other people do.
Sure.
So yeah, thanks for the overview. I didn't fully appreciate the Intel connection, but that's great. I'm wondering if you have worked with DPTK and Intel's OVS optimizations, which are something that we've been looking to bring in.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
That would be great. All right, that's good.
We have done some DPTK tuning work, and like to validate the mixed line, VLAN performance, and do some tuning. Like there are actually this is what we have done in last year. Because we also do some ODL and the OVS part job, and it is not related with code, but it's related with one of our focus area, SDN area. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have been working, and others can speak to it better than I can, to bring those optimizations into Cord. And the other thing, which maybe I can let you and or Gopi speak to, is containerizing OpenStack has been at the top of our list for some time, and help doing that is very welcome. So if that's a very near-term contribution in a way that you can collaborate, that would be great.
Yeah. Regarding the containerized, actually in the OpenStack, we should be the top 3 contributor for that project. That project called Cola. I can.
So you were one of the contributors to Cola. That's excellent. We
Yeah.
considered Cola a year ago, but didn't end up following through because none of us had been involved in it.
Yes. Because Cola is very key to OpenStack in upgrading and the failover during any disaster. We use microservice to enable the controller. There are one node down from a controller cluster. It can be recovered very quickly. Use Cola service restart organism. Those net technologies. So you can. I'm not sure you can see my desktop.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a project Cola. We are top 3 overall. And actually, another project is Tucker. Tucker is now it's a little bit going down because it is only a mono part. It's not a whole NFV solution. So, but we have some contributors on this project too. Anyway.
That's great. Thank you. Gopi, do you want to give us a summary of the discussions and how you see, the priorities for work?
Sure. Yeah, I had a pretty detailed discussion yesterday with 99 Cloud, including Kai. I think, like you say, the effort towards making Cord more production able, to be able to deploy on production clusters is very much needed, and I think 99 Cloud can support us there. So there are a number of tasks around that. I requested 99 Cloud to start creating tasks in our Jira portal so that we can track them and follow them. Part of the effort will be to use Cola or Cola-like infrastructure for containerization of OpenStack. We are already using OpenStack in a containerized way in Cord already, but we are using LXC. So firstly, it would be very useful to migrate out of the older versions of OpenStack and use newer versions of OpenStack, and 99 Cloud can help us there a lot. And the second step would be to use something with a lot more functions and features like Docker for containerization of OpenStack for OpenStack components. And I think Cola would be super useful for that. So what I'm saying is being able to use Cola or Cola variants in Cord to containerize OpenStack and then use those OpenStack components to manage our pods would be a huge step forward. The next set of tasks would be containerization of our infrastructure pieces itself. Again, we have a lot of pieces that are already containerized, specifically the XOS synchronizer components. There are a few that I think are not. 99 Cloud has very generously offered to help containerize them and orchestrate them as well. I did do a little bit of research about Cola since yesterday. Cola works with Ansible. They're also deployable using Kubernetes, which kind of fits really well with our medium to long-term goal of natively orchestrating containers on the Cord platform using Kubernetes. So I think once 99 Cloud is ready to move towards container orchestration, once they are done with their hardening run, and they're ready for container orchestration, we can definitely work very closely 99 Cloud to come up with a containerization architecture and implement it.
So thanks. That's a great overview. I'm wondering. So getting stories into Jira and embedding. I'm speaking now to Kai and your colleagues that embedding yourself in our development process would be really great. The other thing that we can do here is organize this work around a brigade. There might be others that are willing, that want to get involved. We already have the container brigade. Maybe that's close enough that we can, I guess, the one thing that goes beyond what we've been talking about in the container brigade has to do with upgrading OpenStack. I don't know if that stands by itself. It would be a great thing to do, though. I don't know. David, I think I saw you join. Do you have any thoughts on, do we just make this, do we carve this up as a brigade? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I think this might be a little separate from the container brigade. It's related, but it's not necessarily the same thing. I mean, you could do it under the same umbrella. Because it sounds like a lot of focus is going to be on containerization of OpenStack. I'm wondering if a brigade kind of focused on that is the way to go.
Okay, I think you're right. Containerize and upgrade OpenStack is a narrow. We like it needs to be narrow and something that we can imagine in a finite time frame.
I actually totally agree with David. I guess where the overlap will be is when we are ready to move with 99 Cloud towards actually implementing an orchestrator, Kubernetes in Cord. I've already started experimenting with it. I'm pretty sure Sienna and others are already doing it. But this hardening of OpenStack will, I think, segue us very nicely into implementing container orchestration next.
I think that's good, and I think it's fine that these have a little bit. Well, one kind of feeds into the other, and the other one, the other can operate in parallel. It doesn't have to wait. There's not a hard dependency.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, good. So I think I like that. It's hardening OpenStack, containerizing OpenStack, upgrading OpenStack, all part of it. So Kai, I don't know that if you know about the brigades, but it's just a way that we try to organize the community around tasks like this particular one. Now, it may turn out to be that 99 Cloud is the only one doing the work, but we like to make it known that we're doing that work because others might like to join in.
Sure.
The one thing that we also discussed with 99 Cloud was going a step further, and this probably falls firmly in the container brigade sphere, and that would be supporting an overlay network that is recognizable by the orchestrator, Kubernetes, the container orchestrator. Given that 99 Cloud, especially Yongsheng, has so much experience with networking, especially in the OpenStack arena, I think that expertise would be super useful in moving towards a composite or a hybrid overlay network that supports both VM-based artifacts and container-based artifacts. I'm looking forward to that as well.
Okay, good. So I think where this takes us is that we have two brigades, and 99 Cloud is participating perhaps in both of them, but taking the lead in this first one. All right. So Kai, this may be springing this on you, but does that sound consistent with what you'd like to do?
Sorry. It's sound okay to me, but I need to take your feedback to my CTO. They're a technology steering team in our company. Actually, this morning I will go for that meeting by train. So I will, bring your feedback to them and ask their how many resources we can put for this and what schedule we can commit. And before that, actually, we need to learn. Like yesterday, we talked with governance about the VTN, where we know about how the way to containerize VTN is the same as the way we containerize OpenStack, right? It's a new era to us, so we need some time to estimation to evaluate the complexity and see what's the schedule we can commit, right? And then we will give you our feedback. And actually, we moving to Cord is actually a new strategy for us in next year, because we see emerging requirement from our client, especially for the big three carrier, and we have something done in last 2 years. So we will put more and more resource, but in current stage we don't know how much resource we need to put, because there are some other factors like the priority from community and the capacity for doing development, doing source code contribution, right? And then the learning curve from us to build the skill to contribute to a OpenStack community, to a Cord community, right? We saw something is like you are using Garrett, you are using GitHub, but you are using Gila, but in OpenStack we are using the Launchpad, right? So we this is we need some time to evaluate.
Oh,
and,
absolutely,
see,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So I will follow up with some email, and David Boswell, if you're still on, maybe you can help me with this. Just putting forward a proposal in response to your proposal, and mine will just be about how to organize the work around 2 brigades. One where you are best prepared to jump in quickly because you're the one with most of the expertise, and the other one where you'll be playing in a supportive role, joining others who are focused on it and come up to speed on it. And then, you can obviously think it over and figure out what your resource commitment can be. But David, does that sound okay?
Yeah, I'm still on, Larry. Yeah, why don't we can talk about it? You want to start a thread offline?
Yeah, I'll send an email thread with I'll include you and Gopi and Kai. And Kai, you can invite whoever else you want to. And basically, for everyone's benefit, I'm going to try to drive this in a direction where there's a containerized and hardened OpenStack brigade, which will complement the existing container brigade, as we've just discussed. Does anyone else have feedback on that or thoughts about that plan being reasonable? I think the other thing I'm going to need is a mentor for this new brigade, and maybe it's Gopi, but we can also discuss if there are others that want to participate there as well.
Okay, dear Larry, Tom Tofik. So Tom is here, and Tom is ready to be the mentor as well.
Okay. Tom Tofik, I assume I think I heard you. Yep.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, Tom Tofik, yeah.
Yep, thanks.
I'm hoping that 99 Cloud would obviously be able to set the agenda, but yes, any handholding that we need to do, they wish us to do, I think we're more than ready to do that.
So I think Andy has been involved helping someone at 99 Cloud, and I forget, it might be your lead.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was active on Slack and asking some questions. I guess he was trying to get a Cord in a Box up and running, and he had some questions.
What's the name?
Yifeng Zhang, I think. Something like that.
So
I think
could you roll
it was
back,
the lead.
could you roll back to the top of this proposal? The name at
Hold on.
the name at the very top.
Right, that's who it was. I might not be pronouncing it correctly.
Okay, it's it's a Chinese name. It's hard to pronounce. But Yongsheng, he's our CTO actually. He's network of the monkey. He was working for IBM Lab, and he's the founder for Quantum, the OpenStack network module. And he also takes a role as a PTL for Taka, the NFV module in OpenStack. So he's a very senior network guy.
It sounds like he also rolls his sleeves up too. All right, so I think we have a good plan going forward and looking forward to it. Anyone else have comments or feedback, questions?
Well, I think that this proposal is great for us, and I hope great also for Cloud 99. And there is another area in which I think that they can help us a lot, kind of for free. That is to improve the deployment experience in China.
Oh, thank you. Very good. So the issue, as you probably are aware, is the difficult. We don't have enough collaborators in China that bring up Cord and suffer through accessing all of the sites in the US, and helping us debug that process would be very helpful.
Yeah. We actually there are places that we want to, because there are language barriers from China to understand Cord, especially as an English, basic community, right? So we will do some translation. We will do some landing guide. We will do some, maybe later we will do some, but before that we needed, because that's why Yongsheng learn how we install Cord 4.0, right? In past months. Actually, we will still have some issues to deploy it in a virtual environment. So anyway, we will take this responsibility if we become a more senior experience in this area. Yeah, and I think I think from our experience from OpenStack, this is very good to promote Cord to China, if we can break the barrier for language.
So, let me just add something to that. That is very much appreciated. I think, in terms of language, we can always use help. But maybe something more pressing is if you could go ahead and start trying to deploy Cord 4.0 in China, and share your learnings and your experiences with us. I think it will be to your benefit and to ours especially.
Sure.
On a very short term. So whenever you guys feel ready, I think that would be very, very useful for everyone involved here.
Yeah. Actually, regarding 4.0, actually, we got more material from from you yesterday, because it's not the most website we visited for learning is the wiki, but yesterday we got from you that it is not another website, right? So so we have planned to learn 4.0, and we will give you feedback about the issue and the learning we get from the department.
Excellent. Very good. Thank you. Anything else? All right, very productive. Thanks, everybody. I don't have anything else on the agenda. Does anybody else? And not hearing anything, let's go ahead and adjourn. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Yep. Thank you, Ryan.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you.